Hello, everyone. I hope you all doing well. Today, this gonna be a mostly talking head video. So, if you've been watching my video, my trip back to Vietnam. So today, it's gonna be a video about talk about how is it, what to expect, and what you need to go to visit Vietnam. All right, from my perspective, there are plenty of video out there that I don't know, doing video about how to travel in Vietnam, stuff like that. I haven't traveled much yet, but because I only been there for 2 weeks, but I do know the in and out what to prepare yourself when you took such a trip to another country. All right, so get to it. So I'm gonna divide this video into different sections, so that way I don't jump all over the place, right? I tend to do that sometimes. So let's first talk about what do you need to get there. All right. Of course, you need an airline ticket, right? So you need to book an airline round trip. Uh, Preferably, if you want a cheap fare, it's best to travel on Tuesday and come back on Tuesday. And if you don't want delay, you want to fly a bit. Well, actually, in the U.S., you need to fly out here at night, and that will mitigate the issue of getting delay. And we're gonna talk more about that later. And so when you get the airline ticket, they will ask for a visa. So what do you need? You need to apply for a visa. Oh, also you need a passport, U.S. passport, in order to travel to another country. But that alone is not going to be enough. You need to apply for a visa. So you can do your research on Google and which country require visa ahead of time and which country you can get it there. But in Vietnam, you need to apply it ahead of time. So I think there are many type of visa that you can get. You can get electronic visa, which is good for about 3 months. And when you apply, you can get a printout of it. Then you'll be able to get into Vietnam because they will ask for that once you land in Vietnam. They will not let you out at airport unless you have a visa in your hand. So what I did is I get a visa myself, a physical visa. So see, I got this type of visa, a physical one, because I am a Vietnamese descendant. I used to. Once they read my name, they know I'm from Vietnam before. So even though I'm an American citizen, I'm still have. You call it dual citizenship. I haven't denounced Vietnam citizenship, so I'm technically dual citizenship. So I have this, and this good for 5 years, and it costs I think $75 for this. And once you get to the airport, they will stamp you one of these when you arrive, and they will give you the date when you're supposed to leave. So pay attention to that date, because you have to leave a country by that before that date. Otherwise, you're gonna have issue. And then once you leave, they stamp it here, so you have two stamps once you left the country. And this is my passport right here. So the passport was good for 10 years. So since I'm a naturalized citizen, I don't have birth certificate, so I always have passport with me my entire life. Every 10 years, I gotta pay to get this renewed. So it's a little bit expensive, and also I bring along the COVID since we have issue with COVID. I bring along my COVID shot just in case they didn't ask for it, but that's fine. It's better to have it and not need it, right? All right, we got that covered. Let's move on to money. All right. So how much cash do you need? That's depend. I wouldn't carry too much cash because over there you have access to ATM at the big city, so you don't need a lot of cash, but you need to have cash on you all the time, and I will explain why. But before you leave the airport, I advise you to exchange about $400 worth of cash, 400,000 worth for dong, which is the Vietnamese monetary. So $400 will give you about 10 million dong. So that should be good, because sometimes if you go to certain province, it's a small town, they don't take credit cards, so you got to pay with cash. Pretty much in Vietnam, people do transaction with cash only. Majority of on the street, if you buy anything on the street, pretty much cash. And I tell you why you need to have cash with you all the time. So the last time I went back, I took 1,000 with me cash. So I changed out 400 and then I keep 600 just in case. Because you can pretty much get exchanged later on. And I will tell you where to go exchange that money too. So you could either go to a bank. Some bank will exchange it, not all of them. But you can Google it. Actually, Google helped me out a lot when I'm there. So use Google if you can. So that's what you need. You need about $1,000 cash, and then $400 worth of Vietnamese dong on your pocket all the time in case. Because if a hotel, wherever you travel, and the hotel doesn't take credit card, guess what? You need that cash. All right, let's move on to the next point. Let's talk about food. Yes, food is very cheap over there. If you don't eat fancy meal and don't go to these fancy restaurants. You know, if on that topic, bring along some diarrhea medicine in case you're not used to the food or the water there yet. Over there, people warning when I go back. I shouldn't be drinking anything with ice. I drink beer with ice. I don't know, maybe my stomach is strong, but I didn't have any issue. I did one time have a little bit of issue, but it's not bad. It's not diarrhea. It's just a little bit stomach hurt tummy. That's it. But the meal will cost you between for banh mi, which is a Vietnamese sandwich in the morning for breakfast, about maybe $1. And an average meal is about $3 to $4, $5 at most. So you can get away eating $10 a day and $15 for a hotel. So that's about $25 a day. So if I were to stay there for 30 days, that's only about $750. So it's good. And I don't know, add on transportation. The more you travel, the more you pay, right? All right. So how much clothes do you need? I was able to travel with just a personal bag, which is good for normally for other people, good for about 3 days. But I pack almost 7 days worth of clothing in there for myself. So there is laundry service that you can get, or you can wash by hand every day. You know, because over there it's so hot. Anything you wash, you hang it up within an hour or two, it'll be dry. So if you stay at a hotel and you took shower, the clothes that you had, you can get the laundry soap over there, just a little bit of it, powder one, wash by hand, and then hang them up, and it'll be dry within an hour or two. Open up the window, hang it outside, it'll be dry. So if you want to carry out, that's fine too, but I wouldn't carry more than just a personal bag and a carry-on bag. That's more than enough, because you don't want to lug around those big luggage and holding on to your dirty clothes. Because after a week, you pretty much need to wash your clothes. Even the people that bring a lot of luggage with me, they still have to do laundry every week. Hey, but worse and worse, you can only buy more clothes over there and then give them away after you leave, right? Instead of carry all big luggage with you. See what I was doing? Jumping around. For transportation, you can also rent a motor scooter over there. But they do not accept international driver license. So you have to get a permit, convert. That's a long process for that. But most people, if you already know how to ride motorcycle, you can rent a motor scooter for cheap, not even $5 a day. $5, yes, $5 a whole day. And if the cop pull you over, all you have to do is pay them the coffee or cigarette money. They will let you go because they know. See, for me, they wouldn't know that I'm from the U.S. But for other foreigners, they know, right? As soon as they see you riding the motorcycle and you don't have license, they pretty much know a lot of you don't have license, so they're gonna pull you over and ask for about, just give them about 20,000 dong, which is about not even a dollar. It's negotiable with them. You know, you sometimes give them 50,000 dong or 100,000 dong, which is not even 50 cents yet. No, 100,000 is a bad math. It's $4. Better than to pay, go to jail or pay big ticket, right? All right. See, this is why I need to keep on the topic, because I tend to jump around a little bit, right? So once you land at the airport, you won't see your luggage until you go through immigration there in Vietnam. And the last time I was there, it took us almost half hour to go through it. So that's why have your visa and your passport ready. Also, they will scan your luggage too once you go out, because they want to make sure you didn't bring no contraband or drug into the country. So a lot of time, if you don't carry it, don't worry. But if they gonna start harassing you, like I said, bring a few. Once you have that cash with you, actually bring some American dollar, $10, a few $10, $5, or $20. I would bring about $100 worth of different chain nomination, 5, 10, and 20. I wouldn't say it's a bright money, but it's like, you can tell whether that guy want money or not. And they will harass you until you give them some money. They're going to make you wait or stand over here, okay, especially when you don't speak the language. It's going to make your life more difficult. So why not just give them $5, $10, and they will wave you and go right through. All right. All right. So when do you need to get to the airport from Vietnam to fly back? What you need is maybe an hour and a half the most, if you don't have too many luggage. That's why I want to keep it simple, flying with just my personal bag. I might bring along carry-on bag, but the next trip I'm going, it's gonna be a little bit more adventurous travel. You will see. So I'm only gonna carry my personal bag with me, and that will expedite everything. It's between the layover. I go from one plane to another. I don't have to worry about lost luggage. That's the main thing why I like to keep my personal bag, pack my clothing in my personal bag. It's always be with me. Oh yeah. So when you leave Vietnam, have some money ready too for harassment. Preferably Vietnamese monetary. You can always give it away the last minute, right? I would say keep about 500,000 with different denomination. Like they have 5,000 dong, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. I wouldn't, when you exchange the money, I wouldn't get anything more than $200,000 bill. That makes things easier. There is 500,000 dong bill too, but don't get that. Only get the 200 is the highest, because they have 100,000 too. So preferably 100,000, 50,000, a lot of those. That way it's easy to buy stuff and get money change in hand. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot in your pocket, stack of paper in your pocket all the time for all these paper money. I call them monopoly money. All right, so I almost forgot about this topic, medical coverage. Hey, if you want to buy international medical, that's fine. But if you travel in big city, there is private hospital that doesn't cost an arm or a leg like here to get treatment. So, as a matter of fact, you know how expensive MRI is, right? Over there, it's only cost maybe about $50 to do MRI. $50, yes. So we are being robbed here in the U.S. for medical coverage. So you can always go get treatment on a private, hospital. So let's recap. I did cover the paperwork, the money, the transportation, and what to expect when you're there. If I miss out anything, you can go ahead and put in the comment section, and I will answer. Also, I will do a Q&A question about my experience in Vietnam. I do have someone that asked me a lot of questions, so instead of answering, I'm going to put in a video along with all the Q&A that you all want to know. All right, put it in the comment section, Q&A, any question you have about Vietnam, and I will try to answer it. All right. Thanks for watching. I will catch you on the next video. Bye for now.